Welcome, Hilltopper fans. Glad to have you with us for our 2021-22 Hilltopper Basketball Media Days and talking Hilltopper women's basketball with the senior center out of Flower Mound, Sammie Dufek. Nice enough to join us. Sammy, how are you doing? Before we get to this season, let's look back briefly, if you would, last year. Last year, difficult, obviously, for a lot of reasons. Only able to play 15 games. As a player, what was the hardest thing for you about last season?
Definitely the hardest thing was not having fans. My parents make a lot of effort to come to the game, so it's always good seeing them up there. And my career is coming to the end, so just not having them last year was a little upsetting, but I know they were watching virtually, so definitely excited to see my mom and dad in the stands this year.
Well, the good news is they will be back, no doubt, making that trip down from Flower Mound to support you your final year there on the Hilltop. Looking at this season, your season opener less than a month away. You have an exhibition. You will be in Houston taking on Rice November the 9th. And then it's up to Denver, Lone Star Conference, Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference Challenge, November 11th and 12th. Home on the 16th of November. Houston Tillotson is the home opener. What are you most excited about for this season?
Definitely excited to start off playing against a D1. That will be some great competition. Much bigger girls in the post that I'll be going up against. So definitely setting me up for a great year. Excited to go to Colorado. That's always a fun trip. We didn't get to go last year. And then again, just playing at home with the fans. So all looking forward to it.
Well, again, the home with Hilltopper Senior Center, Sammie Dufek, in our media days. Looking forward to this 2021-22 Lone Star Conference basketball season. Sammy, I've had the benefit of calling a lot of your blocks defensively. You're always there. I'm going to put you on the spot. What would you give as a scouting report on yourself? If you had to go up against yourself, what would the scouting report look like?
Lots of shot fakes. But even then, I'm pretty confident in myself that I'll still block it.
All right, I like it. The confidence there, not giving too much, some shot fakes, but still getting the blocks. Sammy, really appreciate the time. Thank you so much. We look forward to the season. Glad to have you with us, Hilltopper fans, talking Hilltopper women's basketball with 10th year head coach J.J. Riehl. Coach, great to see you.
Good to see you.
Coach, you've spent a lot of your life on the Hilltop, a very successful playing career, and now your coaching career in double digits. How does that feel to be a 10th year head coach there?
You know, it's just become the norm. So I guess it feels normal, but it is odd when you really start to think the older you get. I guess I started my freshman year here in 98. So we're over half of my life has been coming to and from the Hilltop every day. So, you know, I'm a loyal person. I love St. Ed's. I bleed blue and gold. I think I have the best job in the world. And so I think it's more of a gratitude that I get to still do what I do.
Coach, there's some new faces on this team. You've got some transfers. If you would, tell us about some of those new players that Hilltopper fans will be seeing.
Yeah, you know, we've got 8 returners. We've got 6 new faces, 4 transfers, 2 freshmen. We went kind of outside of Texas for this class. Got, 2 internationals and 4 out-of-state kids in that class. You know, I think the thing about all of those transfers that they really meshed well with what it was that we were trying to do, and that's find kids that excelled in the classroom, on the floor, and had a high character. They're all really good human beings, and I think that's the number one thing that we're striving for with our program is good hearts. They've really bought into the culture and the things that we're trying to do. And they help us expand our game on the floor. I think the first thing people would notice is our size. We're much longer this year at position groups 2, 3, and 4. I think we're more versatile. More people can score from the inside or the outside. Just trying to be as versatile and dynamic of a team as we could be. And I think they check all those boxes. And obviously, you know, it's still trying to figure everything out after a year like last year. Even the 8 returners, I feel like at times might not have had as many reps or as much time as what they would normally have. And so I think we're still trying to put all those pieces together, but really excited about the additions of those 6 new ones with what we had coming back, and excited to watch their journey. Like I told them this morning in practice, like I'm just excited to see what happens, like the highs, the lows, the goods, the bads, just really, really energized about what their potential is.
Hilltopper women's basketball head coach J.J. Riehl, nice enough to join us as we preview this upcoming season. Coach, we appreciate your time. We'll get you out of here on this. What are your goals for this upcoming year?
You know, I mean, it's always interesting to hear the kids' goals versus mine. I think Sammy kind of stated it well. I think the first thing is to win each day. And that's kind of been our mantra. You know, the kids, they started having Zoom meetings with each other this summer. And that's something that they kind of talked about amongst themselves. And it's something we talk about every day. Sometimes I feel like, especially when you play in a conference like ours, where there's so many good teams, and where you have a team that is a potential national champion every single year, I think sometimes you put emphasis on other factors, other people, other things, and you don't just worry about what you need to do to win the day. And so I think that's the first thing. I think the second thing is something we've spent a lot of time on, and that's our mental mindset, and just how we approach things, how we view things, having a better awareness of where our minds are. Because so many times that's the difference in a pressure situation, is where mentally we're sitting in that moment. We're spending a lot of time on that. And I think it's continuing to spend a lot of time on that. I think it's relationships, continuing to put relationships first, and understanding that nothing is more important than our circle. And like we're saying, a circle of one. And you know, and then see what happens. If we worry about those things and we focus on those things instead of focusing on external things or other people and winning and losing, I think you know, we'll find a lot of success. And I think right now that's where we're keeping the goals.
Great stuff, Coach. It's always a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you again for your time, and best of luck this season.
Thanks so much. Can't wait to hear you on the mic.